I'd like to introduce Garland Denny, and I believe Chuck Denny may be here also. Chuck, your son, Garland,
Yes,
your son's okay. You're great, man. We love you.
Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, thank you guys for having us down here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to speak about our initiative. My name is Chuck Denny. This is my father, Garland Denny, and we're here tonight to ask for your help in petitioning Congress to create a new bill for all veterans that will be passed into law by our next president this coming January. Before we get started tonight, it's important for us to say that this is not about Democrats, it's not about Republicans, it's about veterans, the people who've served our country, who've given us the right to stand here tonight to talk about this very subject. The Veterans Petition is my father's solution to getting veterans better health care and assistance without increasing taxes and without increasing the national debt. Why should this be done? From the day they join, a soldier pledges to do what it takes to protect and defend our country. Throughout time, many soldiers have paid the ultimate price for us to enjoy our freedom. It's time Americans pledge to protect and defend them at home. In the past, soldiers have returned home thinking that their country didn't support them. More recently, soldiers are coming home to encounter hard times physically, emotionally, medically, financially, and psychologically. It's time for us to show these people that we support them as well. There are existing programs out there to help them, but they are behind in the times. Our country is not fully prepared to give each veteran the best care possible. Here's how it could be done tax and debt-free. The new law would allow the government to produce and sell coins, stamps, and bonds to the public. Dad wants to honor the tomb of the unknowns on these items. The profit or surcharge generated from the sale of these will go straight to helping all veterans and their families in need. To start this program, there are numerous directions we can take, but Dad would like to see our next president sign this bill into law and then formally commission each ex-president to work with them on this project. That way that they could they want to try to raise $50 million in seed money to fund the project. The seed money raised would be put into a bond backed by the government. They could take the interest earned off this money and fund projects to aid our veterans. Now, we still have to figure out some of the other logistics, but we want to work with Congress to see that this fund is used properly for all veterans nationwide, and we want to make sure that Congress doesn't dock them in another area of funding. Here's how you can help. Dad has been told numerous times by our congressional leaders that we need over 60,000 signatures. Actually 60,000 people to support this petition by signature before they will consider bringing this forth in Congress. To date, this 77-year-old man alone has been given formal resolutions of support from the Union County Commissioners of North Carolina, the towns of Monroe, the town of Indian Trail, Stallings, Wesley Chapel, Mineral Springs, Wingate, and Hemby Bridge. He is approaching 10,000 individual signatures that he's gathered from people all over America from promoting this over the internet, working public events, and even sitting in an Arby's parking lot on Highway 74. We would like to ask everyone in the city of Charlotte to unify with us tonight to multiply this effort and show your public support to all veterans by signing our petition. Let's work together to make a positive change in history for the men and women who protect our country. Not one service person should wonder if Americans care about them. They should see we care about them, and tonight they have that opportunity to do so. Right now, there are soldiers in the heat of battle. When they return home, think of how they will feel knowing that the residents of North Carolina started fighting for them to have something they would never come home and ask for. If you so choose, we would like to urge you to support this initiative, and we urge you all to formally proclaim so to your citizens, business leaders, civic groups, media outlets, and all of your political friends across the country. Call them tonight and ask them to look into supporting this effort with us for our veterans. Anyone can sign the Veterans Petition online at www.veteranspetition.com. And before we close this evening, we'd like to take a brief moment of silence in your presence to honor each person that has served or died for our country. And now I want to close with a question for you all to ponder. Should a member of Congress really be offered better medical care than a veteran? Thank you for having us tonight.
Thank you. God bless you.
Mr. Mayor.
Let me also, I know a lot of you have already spoke. This concludes our public